Migrating to HubSpot can feel like moving houses, except instead of boxes, you've got spreadsheets, contact lists, and a million of tiny settings. And if you get it wrong, you could lose valuable data or end up with a complete mess inside of your CRM. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be a nightmare. In this video, I'll walk you through step-by-step guide on how to exactly move into HubSpot the right way, faster, cleaner, and without the usual stress. Whether you're coming from Excel, Salesforce, Pipedrive, or any other CRM, these tips will make sure you start in HubSpot, a system that actually works for you. Please don't forget to subscribe for more shortcuts like this. Let's go. So first phase is pre-migration, where we go first into HubSpot and then click on settings, and then we can go on the import export part, go to import, and here we can do the pre-exercise that we need to do. So first place is we can first get the import data as a file. We can do it from here, clicking on it, starting an import, and asking for the sample of the properties that we want to import. For example, deals, contacts, and companies. If I want to import them, I can do next and then download an example file. And then HubSpot is going to give me an entire example file of how that looks like. You can look at it specifically here. And once we have this imported, we have the deal properties, the contact properties, and the company property examples. The deal will have a mandatory field that is the deal stage, pipelines, and deal name. Those are three mandatory fields for a deal to be created. A contact that you want to associate can be email, first name, and last name. And a company needs to have at least a company domain and a company name to be created and associated. Of course, we can expand on this and make sure that we have more than a couple of options. So we have, let's say, on the deal level, we can have the amount and things like that. On the contact level, we have the phone number, the currency on the deal, and things like that can all sit in here as well. So currency, and then we can get as granular as we wish. So we can have the life cycle stages, what type of property it is, the field type. So if it's drop down, if it's a multi-select, multi-line, and things like that, and what are the options if it is a drop down. Same goes with the lead status, client status, contact type, company type, and so on. And then we can choose what type, what company, what property we want that to be on. So this is the first way of doing it, which is the cleanest way first before we go into HubSpot to clean it all up. Another way of importing is sometimes we have apps that we can connect, like Salesforce, Pipedrive, all have native integrations with HubSpot. We can connect and sync the data without doing a manual CSV import. And third is the API integration, where you need a developer for you to write a code and do the full kind of import for you. But of course, before all of that, you need to do a full audit, make sure that your data is clean it up in a Google Sheet, every single format, fix typos, any additional information that has been added, clean it up, and then make sure it's ready. Only then export it from your CRM. And if you are moving from another HubSpot, you can go to contacts and then select the fields and the columns you want to import and export. And then when you have all the columns that you need, only then you can click on export and then export either all the contacts or every single one that you can see and do all properties. So that is another way of exporting and then importing into HubSpot if you are moving HubSpot to HubSpot. Cool. The second phase is the actual migration process. Now that your data is prepared, cleaned everything up in here, you have everything ready into your HubSpot, you can go ahead and have every single import file ready. You have all your data populated, then you are good to go with the HubSpot Import Tool. So you just need to go to contacts, and then you can either import it from here, or as I showed earlier, you can do it with the settings. And then whenever you have the start import, you can choose companies, contacts, and deals to be moved in all together. And then whenever that's ready, just download your file, go ahead and do this, export it as a CSV. Once you have this downloaded, you have the import file fully ready. You can go in, choose the file, have it imported right inside HubSpot for you. So let's see, done. Okay, so we have this one ready. Yep. We want to create and update companies, create, update contacts, create, update deals. Let's do that. Here we can see that we have a deal stage error because we do not have a specific stage there. We can choose this to fix it. If there are any errors, you can fix them. Map the pipeline with the pipeline, name with the name, email with email, first name, last name, company domain, company name, all of it matched. Of course, all your custom additional properties that you added, you can also import, and then choose next, create a list, name your import, let's say import demo, August 11th. And that's it. Technically, that's the whole import. That's how it looks like. You can test with a very small batch to begin with. View your deals, view your companies, and all of it. You can see it in a couple of seconds. It will pop up. It takes a couple of minutes after the import to show. So if I go here, view the actual company, because my import is in progress, you can already see that the import did happen. This is the company, this is the deal that I created, and the amount that I put is already in here. That's all already automatically added. I see that it has been created as well on the date of my import. That's how it is. You can check a couple of deals, a couple of contacts, a couple of companies, just to make sure that everything is good with your import, and then you should be all good to go. So that's technically once everything is verified, you imported everything and you have everything in the CRM. So on the last part, now that you have everything ready in HubSpot, you can customize this for your users. So great that you have all your imports done. Now you can create custom views for your team. Let's say specific zip codes that I want to see, I can add them right in here in HubSpot. And then all the zip codes that have this 07423 will have a separate view. These can be used for every custom line item. It can be a list for customers, a list for potential leads, and things like that. You can add them to the view here. Then you can add, of course, the dashboards and things like that in HubSpot as well. Once you have migrated your data, based on your data, amounts, things like that, total closed won, pipeline value, and things like that can sit there. And then you can set up a couple of basic automations for you to also, beyond the import, make sure that, hey, anything that has a closed lost, I want to see, and send special offers for specific zip codes and send them an email, wait for another day, send another email, and things like that as well. And you have to be very careful when you import some data. If you have lead scoring turned on with HubSpot, you also want to make sure that lead scoring is being affected, because a lot of those properties that we add in HubSpot can, during the import, can also affect, let's say the job title is CMO, it will add points to your scoring system of people, of companies, of deals as well. So this is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. And that's it. Your HubSpot migration done the right way. If you follow these steps, you'll start with a clean, organized CRM that's ready to help you grow instead of one that you have to fix later. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next shortcut. Remember, HubSpot isn't just where your contacts live, it's where your growth starts. Let's make it work for you. Bye for now.